You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thanks for allowing me to join online. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but I hope that the sound is coming through okay. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, as the chair of the Vienna NGO Committee on Drugs, thank you for this opportunity to speak today. We very much welcome the UNODC Synthetic Drug Strategy as a step forward to mobilise and guide joint actions across a comprehensive model with 4 spheres of action. I can see that civil society has been mentioned as a key partner under the health responses. But my main reaction to the document was actually that civil society around the world has an important role to play throughout this entire model. Firstly, under multilateralism, civil society is an indispensable part of the CND and other UN processes. We bring experience and perspectives directly from the front line into these debates, as well as expert research, and we can contribute to ongoing efforts to ensure system-wide coherence in line with the UN system common positions on drugs and incarceration. Secondly, under early warnings, we are a vital cog in any system to gather information on synthetic drugs and then to communicate that information back to those who need to know, service providers and communities of people who use or used drugs. Under health, the strategy acknowledges the need for a robust and balanced approach, spanning prevention, harm reduction, treatment, access to medicines, rehabilitation and recovery. Civil society delivers, designs and evaluates all of these programs around the world. And it's also reassuring to see the emphasis on stigma reduction, which is central across UNODC's work. Fourthly, under counter-narcotics, civil society also has an important role to play, such as informing and evaluating public-private partnerships, in strengthening capacities, and ensuring that responses are evidence-based and respect human rights at all times. I therefore appeal to UNODC to ensure that civil society is engaged throughout the life of this new strategy, from the debates and policy discussions here in Vienna, to the responses on the ground, to monitoring and evaluation. The rationale for developing this strategy is very clear, but I would offer one word of caution perhaps. What is presented here as one global synthetic drug problem is actually many different problems that can require different approaches. For example, we've got the ongoing human disaster that is the opiate overdose crisis in North America and parts of Europe. But this crisis differs in its etiology, construction, and solutions from, for example, the use of tramadol and other medicines in parts of Africa, which is often counterfeit medicines, and quite often it is medical need, it's medical use, albeit outside of the formal health system. And these differ even further from established methamphetamine use patterns in Asia and the Pacific. But across all of these cases, I hope that the UNODC Synthetic Drug Strategy provides us with the opportunity and the space to think about not only what is happening around the world, but why it is happening. Why are we seeing the proliferation of these substances in some parts of the world? How have the current approaches contributed to these threats? And why are people using these substances, whether that be through choice or through market forces? As with everything else, civil society and the affected communities can help to explore and answer these questions. And I thank you for your kind attention, and we look forward to being a core part in delivering this strategy over the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you for your input. And I would like now to invite